Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Again, my name is Tiffany. I teach at Twist and Turns Body Fitness in Washington, D.C. We're here at the Parks at Walter Reed. We're going to begin with a nice, gentle yoga class for the evening for the next 45 minutes. If you will come into a comfortable seat wherever you are, on your mat, comfy on a rug, on the floor of your home, wherever you are at this moment. And your legs can be crossed if that's comfortable for you. If that's not as comfortable, you can extend the legs out in front of you, whatever allows for you to have a comfortable seat so that you can be still and calm the body and be at ease. So figuring out which your seat is, whether the legs are extended or the legs are crossed. We want to just rock from side to side for a moment just to allow the sits bones to root down into the earth. So just take a few moments, get nice and comfortable. Find that sweet spot so that you don't have a need to fidget. And then we're going to sit up nice and tall, planting our sits bones into the earth, elongating the spine from the root of our seat all the way to the crown of our head. Place our hands in our lap or on your knees. Gently close your eyes and bring your awareness to the breath as it flows in and out of the nostrils. The breath is something that we sometimes take for granted, that we don't notice. So here's our time to focus and center on what is sustaining us, which is our breath. So bring your awareness to the breath gently flowing in and out of your nostrils. Try not to manipulate it in any way. Just let it be. Begin to relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Begin to relax the fingertips as it rests on your knees or on your lap. Relax your toes. And just notice your body breathing. Just let your worries of the day, any plans you may have had or not had, let all that float away and let this moment connecting inward matter the most. Draw your attention to your chest, noticing its rise and fall with each breath. Next, bring your awareness down towards your belly, noticing it softly expanding and contracting with each breath. Take one palm and place it on the heart. Take the opposite palm and place the palm right on the navel. We're going to take some deep belly breaths to calm and center our minds. Inhale deeply through the nose. You're going to feel your belly begin to balloon and press out into your palm, and feel your chest rise in the opposite palm. And then deeply exhale, forcing the air through the nose, out into the air. Deep inhale, fill the body, filling the belly, fill the chest and heart. And deep exhale out of the nose. Deep inhale through the nose, filling the belly, filling up the lungs and chest. And exhale everything out of the nose. So continuing at your own rhythm and pace, take deep breaths. Inhale and exhaling. One last deep inhale. And deep exhale. And with your eyes closed, bring the palms together in front of your heart. Take a moment to set an intention for this evening's practice. Find someone to dedicate your practice to, or find your purpose in your practice this evening, whether it is to find some relaxation or to connect to the breath. Maybe there's a word, phrase, or affirmation that speaks to you. And then collectively, let's take a deep inhale through the nose. And deep exhale out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. Gently begin to flutter your eyes all open and take a soft gaze out in front of you. Very good. We're going to take a deep inhale as we reach our arms up to the sky. And again, planting down through your seat, reach up through the fingertips. Roll your shoulders down away from the ears. Take a nice stretch. Maybe bring the head back, gazing up at the sky or at your fingertips. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, float your hands down by your sides. Bring your chin down to your chest. You'll feel a stretch in the back of the neck as you lower your gaze. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, gaze up towards your thumbs. And exhale, float the hands down by your sides, chin comes to your chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze comes up. And exhale, chin to chest, hands come down by your sides. Inhale, up. Gaze comes up, bring your right hand down by your side. Reach up through the left fingertips and lean over toward your right, taking a side body stretch here. Feeling the left side body open. Press the right palm down into the earth. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last breath, reach and stretch. And exhale, very good. Inhale, come back up, switching arms, reaching the right arm up and placing the left palm down onto your mat. Take a deep breath and exhale to the left, this time stretching the right side body. Press the left palm into the earth. Feel the right side of this body open and breathe. Deep inhale and exhale. Deep inhale and exhale. One last breath, inhale and let it go. Inhale, stretch both arms up to the sky and bring your hands down by your sides. Very nice. Come onto your hands and knees. Take your time, however you get there is fine. Spread your fingers wide, aligning the shoulders over the wrist. Bring the knees about hip width apart. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows to warm up the spine. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the tailbone, roll your shoulder blades towards one another, and take your gaze up towards the sky. Deep inhale As we exhale, we're going to press the ground away from us as we tuck the tailbone, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Your gaze is going to be between your thighs or towards your belly. For cat pose. Inhale up to cow pose, lifting the tailbone. Lift your heart, shoulder blades draw towards one another, and gaze is up towards the sky. Exhale, press the ground away, round your spine for cat pose, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, cow pose, lift the gaze, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine for cat pose. Come back to a neutral spine here. We're going to take the knees wide, bring your big toes to touch, coming into child's pose. So bringing your seat to your heels, maybe walk or slide the fingertips to the top edge of your mat or out in front of you, and bring the head down towards the mat. If this isn't easily accessible, if you have any pillows or books, you can use that in front of you to prop the head up if it's not comfortable to come all the way down to the ground. And then here in your child's pose, you're going to come back to those deep breaths that we practiced at the beginning of class. Take a moment to center, check in with yourself, and breathe. On your next inhale, come back up into tabletop. Bringing the palms back under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We're going to do thread the needle. So inhaling the right arm up toward the sky. You're going to thread your right hand and arm right behind the left arm, coming down onto the right shoulder, maybe bringing that right ear down towards your mat. Take your left hand and slide it out in front of you. Stretching the right shoulder, square the hips. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Bring the left palm back in front of your nose, press down into the earth, reach the right arm up into the sky, and bring your right palm down onto the mat. Other side, inhale the left arm to the sky, thread the left arm behind the right arm, come down onto the left shoulder, maybe even bring your left ear down onto the mat if it's accessible for you, and then slide the right hand towards the top edge of your mat. Take about 2 more breaths here. Deep inhale and exhale. Slide your right palm back in front of your nose, pressing into the earth. Extend the left arm towards the sky. And bring your left hand down onto the mat. Take the knees wide, sit back on the heels, child's pose, come to rest. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up onto your hands and knees again. And this time we'll move into a lunge, stepping the right foot either in between the hands or outside of the hands, whichever is comfortable for you. You want to ensure that the right knee is stacked over the right ankle for proper alignment. And just take a moment to kind of get into the hips, kind of feel it out, see what's comfortable for you. If you have any issues with the knees, you can take a blanket or a towel and place it under the knees. Bring the hand to the right thigh. Get nice and low into the hips. Option to keep your hands stable on your thigh, or you can bring the arms right at shoulder height. Or if you're comfortable, you can take the arms all the way up. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. And breathe. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Inhale. Take the gaze up. Little back bend here. And bring your hands down onto your mat. Swing your right leg back. Coming back to reset in your tabletop. This time we'll step the left foot between the hands, or you can take it to the outside of the hands, whichever is comfortable for you. Take a moment to get settled into your hips, aligning the left knee over the left ankle. Take a moment, switch from side to side, feel it out. Bring the palms to the left thigh, sink into the hips. Extend your arms if you so choose. Whichever variation makes you feel good today. And breathe. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, little back bend, lift the heart. And exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Swing that left leg back behind you into tabletop. Come into your child's pose. Take a moment to rest, to reset. And breathe. Deep inhale. And exhale. And inhale up into your tabletop. And come up to stand at the top of your mat. We'll do a couple of sun breaths just to warm up the body a little bit more. So bringing your palms together in front of the heart. Take a deep inhale. Fill the belly with air. And deep exhale. As you breathe in, extend your arms up to the sky. Take the head back. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Feel free to bend the knees if they feel a little tight. Inhale, place the palms on the shins, coming into a halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very good. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take your palm to your heart, the opposite palm to the belly. Close the eyes and breathe. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your palms together in front of the heart. and we will come back down onto the mat. Make your way down, whichever way is easiest for you. Take your time. Extend the legs out in front of you. Flex your toes toward you. Press through the heels. Lean back so the shoulders are stacked over the hips. Sit up nice and tall, pressing the palms into the earth. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Very good. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, begin to walk the hands toward your feet. And you're going to take your time here as you're coming into your forward fold. Again, if you feel tightness in the legs or in the lower back, go ahead and put a little bend in the knees. Perfectly fine. And begin to fold. Breathe, deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Take your gaze up towards your toes. Walk your hands back toward your hips. Very nice. So bend your right knee. Lower the right knee to the mat, placing the inside of your right foot on the inside of your left leg. Again, make sure you have a nice, solid foundation through your seat. Flex the left foot. Take your palms and frame the left leg. You're going to rotate the heart towards your left foot. Sitting up tall, reaching up through the crown of the head. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Begin to walk the hands forward as you fold over the left leg. And again, it doesn't have to be super deep. Just enough for you to feel a little stretch. And also you have the option of bending the knee slightly if you need to. Take about 3 breaths here. Deep inhales and exhales in and out of the nose. Inhale, gently lift your gaze toward your toes and walk your hands back toward your hips. Lift your right knee and place the right foot on the outside of your left leg. Take the left arm and hug it in nice and close. Take your right hand and place it right at the seat of your spine on the floor behind you. Keep the left foot engaged so that left leg is still working. Take a deep inhale as we sit up nice and tall. And exhale as you twist your heart towards the right. Maybe even take the gaze over the right shoulder. And we'll remain here for a couple of breaths. Deep inhale. And exhale. And gently begin to unwind from this twist. Take a counter twist to the opposite side just for a moment. And come back to center. Extend the right leg. Shake it out. Bend the left knee. Lower the left knee onto the mat. Left foot on the inside of the right leg. Keep flexing the right foot so that right leg stays active. Rotate your heart towards the right foot. Hands, fingertips are framing the right leg. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, begin to walk the hands forward. Inhale, lift your gaze. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Lift your left knee and extend the left leg. Shake it out a little bit. Bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. Slide the feet in as close as you can towards the body. Rock from side to side, making sure you have a sound foundation through your seat. Sit up tall, shoulders are back and down away from the ears. Open up the soles of your feet like a book to help open the hips. Sit up tall, deep inhale. And exhale, we're just gonna lean and tilt forward for cobbler's pose. So in this pose, we're not rounding the spine, but the shoulders are back and down, just like in our cow pose, lifting the heart. Lean and just tilt forward. You may not go super deep, and that's fine. Rest the elbows maybe on the inside of the knees. Close the eyes and take a moment to just be. Heart is open and leading here in this pose. Shoulders are back. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gently open your eyes. Stack shoulders over hips. Slide the feet away from the body, creating a diamond shape with the legs. Coming into our Baddha Konasana. Sit up tall, inhaling deeply through the nose. And as we exhale, this time round the spine as you fold forward. You can fold as deeply as your body will allow. Just find stillness. Try not to let the mind wander as we just take a few moments observing our breathing. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out of the nose. Inhale, gently lift up, stacking shoulders over hips. Bring your palms under the knees, draw them in together. So here we'll move into boat pose, working on a little bit of core. We have different modifications for these, so you choose whichever is comfortable for you this evening. So sitting up nice and tall, you're gonna bring the hands behind the knees, or you may choose to bring the palms behind you on your mat. Sitting up tall, shoulders down away from the ears, gently rock back so that you're kind of balancing on your toes. Navel is drawn in towards the spine, activating the core. And this evening, this may be your boat pose. Maybe you choose to lift up the balancing here. Maybe the palms again supporting you behind you. Or your hands can be reaching towards the toes. Maybe you would like to extend the legs. Your option, how you want your boat to look. So we'll cross the ankles, take a moment to breathe, take a break here. And then get right back into it. Deep inhale. And exhale, release. One last time, boat pose. Your variation. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. And release. Very good. Now we'll come onto our backs. So lying down on your back, knees are bent. We're going to move into bridge pose. So feet are hip width apart. Hands are down by your sides, walking the feet back towards your fingertips until they brush the heels or you get as close as you can. Take a deep inhale, fill your belly with air. And exhale, press the lower back into the mat. On your next inhale, lift your hips up from the mat. Try to release any tension in your seat and activate the thighs. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take one last breath. Lift those hips just a little higher. And gently release the upper back, middle back, lower back, and hips to the mat. Take your feet wide and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Very good. We're going to do that one more time. Placing the feet at hip width apart. Arms are down by your sides. Walk your feet in towards your seat so the fingertips can brush your heels or you get as close as you can. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Fill your belly. Deep exhale out of the nose, pressing the lower back into the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up. If you want to add a little shoulder opener here, you can interlace the fingers behind your seat. Roll your shoulders back behind you. Press the arms into the earth as you lift the hips. And breathe. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath, lifting the hips just a little higher. If you have your fingers interlaced, release them. And everyone will lower the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, and hips down to the mat. Take the feet about mat width apart and windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Bring the feet about hip width apart again. This time taking the right ankle and placing it right on top of the left thigh. Lift the left foot from the mat, interlace your fingers behind the left thigh as you draw it in toward the body. Nice stretch in that right hip. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last breath. And release the left foot onto the mat. Bring the right foot down onto the mat as well. Other side, bringing the left ankle towards the left thigh. Place it down, interlace the fingers behind the right thigh, and draw it in towards the body. Nice stretch in the left hip. Deep inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, release. Bring the left foot down onto your mat. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Give the lower back a nice little massage, maybe making some circles with the knees in one direction and then the opposite direction. Take your arms out at shoulder level, hug the knees into the chest, and lower the knees to the left side of your body. Turn your gaze towards your right hand. And breathe. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale the knees into the chest, using the core. Exhale them to the right side of your body. And turn your gaze towards the left hand. Relax the shoulders down to the floor. And breathe. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale the knees into the chest. Grab them, rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. Moving into child's pose. Take your hands, grabbing the big toes with your peace fingers, or grab the outside of the feet, or maybe you just grab the back of your knees. Draw them in towards the armpits. Soles of the feet are flat up towards the ceiling or sky. And pressing your lower back into the mat, rock from side to side, taking a moment to think of something that truly brings you joy. And then smile to yourself in gratitude for that person, that thing, or that experience in your life that brings you happiness. Bring the knees into the chest. Draw your forehead towards the knees. Take a tight squeeze as you inhale. Squeeze all the remaining energy of your practice inward. And then take a deep exhale as you come onto your mat for our final resting pose, Shavasana. So you're going to stretch out like a fallen leaf. Arms away from the body. Legs splayed out. Closing the eyes, take a few moments to surrender. This is the part of our practice where we no longer have to make any more efforts with the body or the breath. We can just be. Begin to relax the crown of your head. Relax your jaw. Feel your shoulders melt down towards the earth. Relax your hands. Soften your belly. Let your hips feel heavy. Relax your knees. Soften your ankles. Soften the soles of your feet. Bring lightness to the tips of your toes. Allow yourself to just be. Know that in this moment you have no other obligations to anyone or anything but yourself and your peace of mind. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Wiggle your fingertips and toes. Bend your knees, placing the soles of your feet on the mat. Roll over onto your side in a fetal position. Use the support of your hands to press yourself up into a comfortable seat on your mat. Sitting up tall, bringing your palms together in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Thank you for practicing with me. My name is Tiffany. I teach at Twist and Turns Body Fitness. Please check out their website for any classes that they'll be holding. There's a class on Fridays that's held online. And also, please enjoy the grounds at the Parks at Walter Reed. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a good night. Namaste.